Hello everyone, welcome to Oxmoor Mazda. I'm Gabrielle. I have Cody here with me. Now he would like to talk a little bit about the beautiful 2024 Mazda CX-90. Cody, go ahead.
So we're really excited about these. This is going to be an improvement on our CX-9 that everybody knows and loves. This is going to be our bigger third row SUV. It's a little wider and a little longer than the previous generation CX-9. Now, one thing we're really excited about on these is they're going to be our first hybrid drivetrain on here. Now, this one in particular, this one's going to be a plug-in hybrid. So this is going to have our 2.5 four-cylinder inside. It's going to be coupled with a plug-in hybrid drivetrain. So what that's going to do for you is you're going to be able to plug up and charge your vehicle. You're going to be able to get 56 miles per gallon out of this with a full charge. Now that hybrid electric system inside, there's going to be a hybrid motor that's going to be in between the transmission and the rest of the drivetrain. What this is going to do, this is going to assist with better gas mileage and also better performance out of these. Now with these, you're going to have all of our iActive Sense safety features. On the inside, it's going to be a little bit more luxurious than what you would be used to in your CX-9. So completely new interior. You're still going to have your Mazda Connect system that everybody knows and loves. It's going to be your screen and your multifunction commander controls down there. There'll be a little wheel with some quick select buttons and a smaller knob for your volume. Now you're also going to have a couple of different drive modes in this with the hybrid drivetrain. That's going to be the My Drive switch right next to your gear shifter there. If you go up, you're going to have a sport mode that's going to engage and it's going to change your all-wheel drive system, your adaptive all-wheel drive system, your suspension, and also your torque distribution in the vehicle. It's also going to take the vehicle and give it a little bit more horsepower and torque. Now, also inside of the vehicle, there'll be a couple of things that might appeal to you as far as drive modes. So down here, you can go down one on the My Drive system as well, and you'll go into what we call off-road traction control. So what this does is it changes your all-wheel drive system a little bit on here. It's going to be like your snow, mud, rain type mode. Now, if you take a look down here as well, you also have a button next to your My Drive system. What that's going to do, when you click this here, it's going to prioritize using some gas and making the battery last as long as possible. You're also going to get really good gas mileage when you turn this feature on. As you slow down, you'll notice the regenerative braking is a little bit more aggressive, charging up the battery a little bit more for you so you can have a little bit more time before you have to plug in again. Now, a couple of other cool things that are going to be in the interior of this vehicle as far as drivability goes. So if you look over here, you do have what's called radar cruise control. So you can turn this on. You can choose each one of these lines will stand for a car length. You can choose your maximum speed and it'll adapt to both. So say if you set 3 car lengths and a maximum of 60 miles an hour, if I get in front of you and I slow down to 45, your vehicle will slow down to 45 as well and maintain those 3 car lengths. To the left of the steering wheel, you have all your media controls. Now also, over here, you're gonna have a little instrument cluster. So as you know, we were very safety driven. We have a lot of iActive Sense safety features, including the front end accident prevention, rear end, blind spot monitoring, and lane keep assist. If you need to though, you can disactivate these with a quick click. Say you're going through a drive-through car wash or something similar. You can turn them back on. You have your 360-degree parking sensors over here. The larger vehicle, we definitely don't want to be dinging this up, so we have the warnings all the way around. You'll be happy to know you do have memory seating. You'll have 2 different seating positions for the driver's seat. And then also, it will save up your heads-up display. That'll be the first Mazda vehicle that'll sync that in to the memory seating as well. Now, inside of these vehicles, you can get a feature on a Premium Plus that's pretty cool. Right over here, it'll have a little sensor. It'll actually do a facial recognition scan on you when you get in the vehicle. It'll set your perfect seat settings. It'll even scan your body to see where your shoulders are, your eyes are aligned, and everything to get the perfect seating position for you inside. All right, guys, so here in the back of the vehicle, this is going to be the second row in our CX-90. So this one's going to be featuring our captain's chairs options. So that's going to give you a convenient little walkway for you and the family members to be able to access the third row in here. And you'll also even have these armrests that are going to be adjustable. So they'll lock in where you need them. In the center here, you'll also have your cup holders. So this will pop up now. It's going to be the floating cup holders here. It's still very sturdy, but if you need somebody to walk through, you can press it right down. Now, one thing that you guys will probably love, especially for long trips with these bigger touring type of vehicles, here in the back, you do have air controls for the family. So we always take our CX-9 down to Florida. I can't tell you how convenient this would be to be able to set the air for the passengers in the back, and then you can set your climate in the front. You'll notice you have two USB-Cs in here. This is going to be the first Mazda vehicle with the fast chargers in it. You'll have those up front as well, and then you're also even going to have two in the third row. So let's explore that real quick. All right, guys. So as I mentioned before, you do have the walkway with the captain chairs to be able to access the third row, but you can also grab this lever here at the top. Now what this is going to do, it's going to allow this to slide forward. If you notice, you do have some hardened plastic steps, so you're not going to be messing up the carpet going in and out with the shoes and everything. Now in our third row in the CX-90, it's going to be a little bit bigger than it was previously in the CX-9. Now as you see, you can comfortably seat 3 people back here. You do have 3 different headrests back here. Something that's kind of cool is you have these little vents in the side. So they can control all their air back here where they want it. They can shut it off if they want, all that good stuff. Now you do have 2 cup holders on each side in the third row. And if you notice, you even have a USB-C fast charger for those longer trips so everybody can have all their media devices charged up. I know my kids love to have their tablets in the back, that's for sure. All right, guys, so one thing I would like to mention with the CX-90, with this one being a plug-in hybrid. So you do have your gas over here where you would be able to fuel up. And then on the other side of the vehicle, if you guys follow me over here, this is how you're actually going to charge your CX-90 here. So on the right side of the vehicle, this is where you're going to plug in. So you'll be able to just slide this out. That's just a little protective cover, and you'll have your charger in there. Now there's a couple of ways to charge this vehicle. This vehicle will come standard with what we call a level 1 charger directly from Mazda. It'll be included with every plug-in hybrid. So that'll be here in the back. Now with a level 1 charger, what this is, as you can see, this is almost like an extension cord that you can plug into your wall. And then you'll plug this directly into the right side of your CX-90. Now this will charge it up well, especially if you leave it plugged in overnight. Now you have an option for a level 2 charger. That's going to require an electrician to come to your home to actually install that for you. And then you do have level 3, what we call fast chargers. Most people have heard of these with like Tesla superchargers, things like that. You'll find these out in public. They can charge up your car anywhere from about 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes. So you do have those options. Now, as we were discussing earlier, this is going to be our third row SUV here. That's a little bit bigger than the CX-9. So if you guys take a look back here, if you're familiar with the CX-9, you'll notice that you do have a little bit more cargo room back here. So you'll have enough to be able to put a suitcase or 2 back here. Of course, a grocery trip with all the kids and the family inside. But if you need a little bit more cargo room, you just pull this string right here, these little ropes, if you will, and you can drop them down very easily. They do go virtually flat. This one's got new leather, of course, so it's bumping up a little bit. But you can see it more than doubles your cargo room at that point. Now, not only can you do that, so you need to move like a big piece of furniture, you can drop down that third row. Now with the second row, with a tilt adjustment, you just hold that. It will go completely flat for you, and then you'll have a whole lot more cargo room after that. Now in the back of the vehicle, they really loaded it up with all the goodies in the CX-90. On the side over here, this is really convenient. Y'all have a plug-in back here that you can plug in roadside assistance equipment with. Say you're out camping, something like that. You can plug in anything you need to that you would in a regular wall outlet, and you can even turn the outlet on and off. In the back, you will have, of course, lighting for all your cargo. And then these vents are pretty cool. It's going to keep all the air circulating on the groceries and, of course, everybody that's going to be in the vehicle. Now, with our Mazda products, especially with us growing into a luxury brand, it wouldn't be complete without our powered liftgate on the back. And then you'll notice on the CX-90 as well, they hid away the dual exhaust on there for a little sleeker look. One last thing to mention about the CX-90. It's going to be a little bit different with the all-wheel drive system. We're really excited with the size of this vehicle and the power that's in this vehicle, with it being a hybrid and then being those Mazda engines that we love. We've actually changed the all-wheel drive system on this to be adaptive rear-wheel drive. So as you're going down the highway, if you're familiar with like our CX-5s and our CX-9s, you'll notice that you're going to be in front-wheel drive until you need it. This one's going to be the opposite. You won't feel bumps in the road as much. You'll get a lot more response out of that horsepower and torque.
All right, well, now if you have any questions on this vehicle or would like to stop in, let us know. All of our contact information is listed right here. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.